Welcome to the PreLate Game. For maximum comedic effect, I suggest listening at 2 times the normal speed. If you'd like to see how we got to this point, then check out the playlist on the bottom left-hand side of the screen at the end of this video, where I'll politely ask you to subscribe. But to get you caught up, we are in the middle of the pre-game planning for the late game stage, having just completed the transition from the middle game into the late game stage last episode. And we've got a few things to get done here, where what we're trying to do to make sure we were actually ready was to have all of our harbors in place, but we didn't do that for a couple fast tracks to get exploration done, which we are going to get done this day for sure. We want the extra slots open in our government. We're transitioning into that very soon. Additionally, we are going to be building this rural valley very soon as well, right here in Mainz. As for what everybody else is up to, we're planning the late game. So pre-planning the late game by thinking about where we might settle some more people. I'm not sure where I'm going to go with this yet, but probably this one, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to get fresh water. This would give us some bonus there. I could do some farms out this way, or are they all hilly? No, that looks like plains. That looks like plains. Yeah, so we could maybe do some farms. So we'll see. You know, I'll either land there and get a big unit thing going on here and then make farms out here for housing rather than an aqueduct for fresh water. Or an encampment, which is definitely going to happen so that we can LARP with Leventa. We are the LARPco, brought to you by LARPco LARPing Company. And we use generic non-branded foam darts for the longest time. And then LARPco. I don't know if that's a real company. That would be kind of funny, though. All right, so that's what's going on there. Additionally, we have, I think up here I have another one. Buenos Aires, no. Where am I thinking? Oh, man, I'm not thinking at all. Man, there's nothing going on there. Was it over here? Was it here? Here it is. Something up in the corner, up near Lyon. Actually, nearer to something else, because that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away from Lyon. So it's something else is right in here, right? And settling here would definitely piss off our French friends. Paris, yes. Lyon, yeah. But this would be super cool, because then you'd have a harbor with 2 resources. You'd have a Hansa with 3 resources. I think it would count. I'm not really sure if the city settles on top of it, if it matters or not. And then you could have this banking system over here. I thought about putting a harbor there to get the synergy between those two, but I think these two might be better. Or maybe not. You know, it could be this is 2 and this is 2. So what's it matter? Maybe get it here so you get the +2. Yeah, so it's probably going to come right here. So this is pre-planning stuff that you do, you know, getting ready for the late game. All right, so there we go. You're all caught up. Let's go check out what, let's go to Auchen. Auchen, what are you working on? Well, you built a harbor just now. You might as well build the shipyard. That'll keep you busy for a little while. We also have the ability to produce classical and ancient era naval units. I think frigate is classical, perhaps. Renaissance. So I guess not worth having that card in there right now. We'll discuss changing it here in 2 turns. In the meantime, let's go ahead and build that shipyard so we can have something cooking there. Here we go. Heidelberg, home of the Heidelberg equation. I'll have to look that equation up one day. Sounds like I should know that, or learned it at some point. Sounds so familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. No dock was built here because I inadvertently, well, I did it on purpose, but I built a cultural place to get us a bump faster on one of these things, except I probably should have just done it down here in one of these other districts, especially Cologne, since there's no real harbor place for it. Well, there will be, but, you know, I had a plan to do a harbor here. Look at all the bonus I would be getting from that. So this is something we want to get done when harbor unlocks, but it's going to be a while because they need 10 population. We're only just now getting to 8. We've already got all the food supplies kind of cooking along. We've got farmland out here, right? This will be a neighborhood for Heidelberg, I'm sure. Auchen has its own neighborhood plans coming along. In fact, let me send this guy over there to make sure that turns into a farm, right? And last episode, 2 episodes ago, we had the Great Builders Union, so we have a whole bunch of builders on standby all over the map that are 6 builds or 5 builds, one of the 2. Standing by there. Where was I? Heidelberg. Production. Well, we work hard, we play hard, so we're going to have our arena built for us here. Thank you very much, Heidelberg. Cruising over here to Trier. Trier has a shortage of people. It needs more people. It needs a lot more. It needs to grow, and it's not going to grow like that, and it's already focusing on food, and everything is about production for them, and if I chop that forest, it's just going to be more hills that I'll have to put, or could only put, a mine on. So it wouldn't give me a bonus of food. Neither would that one. I think that's hills also. It is. So what's my plan to get these people fattened up? Get them traders. But all of my traders are occupied elsewhere. Where? I think Dartmouth has a lot of them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So when these guys filter in, we're going to send 2 to Trier, because Trier is now the lowly village that needs the help the most. And Dartmouth's behind Berlin, so it'll keep 1. We're good to go there. Let us figure out where I was just now, Trier though, and get something started at the very least. We don't want to do a settler because we're waiting to build a harbor. Are we? Or did I build the harbor already? Yeah, waiting to build a harbor. That is so frustrating, but it'll burn quickly. Do we want to get a frigate out there so it'll keep doing its thing? Or do we want to get some investment stuff going on? Let's do a commercial investment. Why not? One step closer to exploration, and for some reason the game decided to put me in close on this builder. Was I going to use this builder to make a mine? I guess. I might as well. You know, we've got so many extra builds. Let's make all of this stuff super productive. This guy's got 3 builds still. You know, this guy, he looks like he was about to chop for some reason. We're building that. Yeah, that would help. That chop right there would help a lot. Let's see if it actually completes the entertainment district. It didn't move the entertainment district at all. Did it move it down 1? It might have. But now that's plains, and I can turn it into a farm. That'll be helpful next turn. What's going on here? Baines, what are you working on? You are standing by to produce this great wonder in the early-late game, the very early-late game. We are in the pre-late game planning stages, trying to make sure everybody's lined up, getting what they need in order. What am I going to need from them? More food, population of 10. We're 4 ticks away. We might get to that this turn, and then build nothing? Maybe this guy becomes my guy that creates a settler. Maybe now's the time to make him a settler. I'll wait 1 turn because I have a settler card, so we'll pop that in after that. In the meantime, for that one, well, I could start the settler now and then have the card pop. Is there anything? Oh, a neighborhood. Oh, man. Okay. I want a neighborhood. Don't I? 6 amenities, 11 housing. A neighborhood could be a late thing because we have food and an aqueduct, or freshwater and an aqueduct, so we got a lot of good potential here. Excellent. Can I make 2 aqueducts in a city? Is that a possibility? Could I put another aqueduct right here? Leave a comment below if you know if I could do that. In the meantime, we are gonna let this go. I keep thinking about it, but I think we need to let it go. We're not gonna make a theater square. We're ignoring the 2 primaries of science and culture. So no science for us, no theater square for us. The holy sites, if you've been watching this series for a while now, you know we only dabble in holy. And the only district that has one is Candy, our LARPing partner, who happened to have a holy site before we even... You know, we've just been accidentally getting holy along the way, a little bit of faith. Maybe in the very late game, we can get over to here and create some type of national park, I think. 1, 2, 3. Is that even possible? It might be. We'll see. We'll deal with that when we deal with that. Let's go back up here to this guy who's been fired upon by a bunch of barbarians. Circumnavigating the globe, just kind of getting a peek at everything, making sure I've seen everything that is to be seen, as it were. And, I think from this point on... Oh, he's got a promotion available just from having that fight with those guys, right? What type of promotion? +1 movement? Combat strength versus naval units? We don't have any naval units yet, but if we ever run into one, we're going to be ready. Down here, this builder. This looks like you want to build a farm there. Oh, it's tundra, though. I probably can't. Doesn't look like I can. Ugh, sad face. How about moving over here and maybe mining that stuff up, then? Berlin, we know what you're all about. You've already got your harbor, so let's go ahead and get your shipyard, because we're waiting for you to get to 7, which will happen very soon. To do what? An entertainment complex, I think? No aqueduct is going to be available. So do we build an entertainment complex somewhere nearby? That looks like the only place it would possibly go. Oh, I could plop it down on top of some other farms, but that one's being saved for neighborhood. Oh, maybe I'm saving it for the neighborhood. What is my population issue here? 8 of 6. We're okay for now. But I'm definitely saving for the neighborhood. When am I going to get the neighborhood, you might ask? Is it here? Here? Is it here? Yep. Oh, it's going to be a ways away still. Right? Because we're burning this next turn, and then we're going to right back into a beeline to urbanization. And that's going to be, what, 19? I declare a war. Would I want to declare a war just to... We'll declare a LARP, maybe, you know. But that's the order we're going to go there. But for now, we're going to get this one on the next turn. And put a pin in it. 8 turns seems like a reasonable amount of time to think about what might be going on with Berlin. Maybe you should leave a comment below if you think you know what I should do with that next. Welcome back to Candy. Candy is the free enterprise state that we LARPed with that ended up becoming our good friend. Or I guess you can't see it anymore because they're our good friends now. But this is the plan, to LARP with some others. We're going to LARP with Leventa. We're going to become friendly with Cabal by creating a bombard, which will happen after industrialization. We're going to zip on over to get Niter. Where is it? Right here, military and engineering. What did I just say? Industrialization? Yep. And then banking is also, we kind of want to get that done so we can have something to build in our things. So industrialization, then banking, which is actually going to take 3 turns. We might get it done before the end of the pre-late game. And then back over here for these 2, which will burn through real fast also, you know. But let's make sure we get our industrialization first so we can get started on that. Having something to do seems to be the big thing here in the transition. Oh, I beg your pardon. The transition to the late game, the transition between middle game to late game was last episode. This episode is the pre-late game. But that seems to be the big thing. Making sure you're waiting for your cities to pop and knocking these things boom, boom, boom. Having something to do, especially when you're super, super produce and commercial enterprising as Redbeard seems to be. Now, Redbeard, this is not me. This is Spain coming in with their missionaries from the north. But we've told them already, we only dabble in religion. We're not about that. So we're not in for that. All right, but Candy did dabble in religion, but we're going to teach her the ways of production and marketing first. So let's get her going on that. And in fact, let's come here and queue up something for her. We'll put her in the queue for the market as well. And then, what's her... Housing's good. Food's good. She's going to continue growing. She's going to get to 10. Maybe she's the one that does something with a spaceport we'll think about. You know, so we can... Before last episode, and certainly the episode before this, I was concerned that I wasn't going to have my populations in place. And I am upset that I haven't been able to build that harbor or this harbor. But I'll get them in place when the time comes. We're getting boats out in the water. It's not that important that they're super aggressive or combat ready. I believe that's the effect having a harbor does. Adds to your, I'll figure that out later. But you can always figure it out by going up here to the thing. And I think districts, districts, and then harbor. Let's see, what does it do? Great Admiral points. That'll help out in our naval yard if we ever get to U-boats, which is middle late game to late game. No, middle late game kind of thing. But it's one of our guy things that we get, right? U-boats, right? So that's late game. These are the bonuses we talked about: planning, celestial navigation. Nope. I don't think I remember. Oh yeah, bonuses for ships coming out of here. Shipyards help. So yeah, having shipyards helps if I remember right. Let's go take a look over here. Oh, I can look at right here. 25% combat experience for all naval units trained in this city. So it's nice to have a harbor so you can have a shipyard so that your naval units can be stronger. And U-boats is on our path, late game path to greatness. And speaking of greatness, what does this guy think he's so great about? Could be a young lady. Ada Lovelace. Oh, yes. Computer tech. Yes. Triggers the eureka moment for computer technology. Let this city build one more district than the population limit allows. Recruiting. Who's farther away? Heidelberg or Berlin? Or Trier? Trier is the one that needs what to build a harbor? They need 7, and they're at 5 and growing very slowly. Versus over here, Heidelberg needs a 10. They'll be at 8 next round, is growing very quickly, I would like to think. I think they'll get there, and we're maximizing that, so is it going to be faster to get 2 going from 5? I think the exponentially that it takes longer to go from 5 to 7 than it does to go from 7 to 10, even though really we're at 8, all right? So let's call it 8 to 10 and 5 to 7. I think this one would take longer. All right, we've unlocked our Civic, which is awesome. We'll get to that in just a moment. Let's see what else is going on. Berlin, food supplies. How about over here? Are you ready? Is this person almost ready? No. Let's take this trader and transfer them to Trier. Over here, we got another trader. Do we need Auchen to trade? I don't think so. Let's transfer this guy over to Trier. We wanted to change to a, was it Merchant Republic? I think I just unlocked, right? Surely that was it. +2 trade routes, which I need. Discount on gold purchase, which I want. That's what we're going for. Bam. All right, let's get this guy up here. Let's go the +2 gold, so we get a whole bunch, even more. And let's get our settlers in there. All right, so those are our baselines. Is there anything this will do after we get our settlers over to the new places? This will do after we get this to a good spot and those have harbors built. Possibly. And never forget, we might use one of these guys. All right, we need some war correction, LARPing policies. Industrial era and earlier naval units. Well, that's new boats. Do I want to put that in? It feels like I do. It feels like I do. You know what I mean? How about just everybody go a little bit cheaper? Always a positive thing to have. I don't like the use of the word conscription, but what are you going to do? We're not making spies. Spies operations take 25% less time. I like that. Once I get the next envoy in place, I'll probably pop this one in. But for now, the 25% less time on spies, because why not? Oh, wait a minute. I've only got one spy. He only rotates every now and again. Let's do this. Let's do that. Sorry, spy. If I want to build another spy, I'll bring you back in. So there, we're all set there. I think I did everything right. Double check in. Settlers, gold, free market. Yep, good. Bam. Computers. Thank you so very much. We're down this way a little bit. Awesome. So that'll be nice to have. There's my additional spy. Whoop-de-whoop-de. Industrialization in one more turn, and then back down here to beeline the Narder guys, and then banking. All right, if I'm going to send this guy over here to settle, I got to do it like now. And after all, I just put that card in, right? So let's go back to Ulm, and let's get him a settler going in 9. Sorry, Ulm, you're long-term in it now. And let's choose our civic. I think we talked about this at the early of this, at the beginning of this, as our plan towards... Is there something back here I needed to flip? No, but these are nice to have, little short flips in case you ever want to put your card in for a spot and then go somewhere else. Mercantilism into civil engineering, colonialism, urbanization. We need those. We're going to need those soon. Our long-term plan is into professional sports. Maybe not. Maybe. I thought I had something even further. Globalization, which doesn't do professional sports. But if we wanted to, we could get there in 10 instead of Cold War. So I suspect it would go Cold War and then this. It's just skipping, professional sports for now. But we are going towards urbanization in 5. If we beeline it, we can get there in 4. So let's do that. We want to get those guys there. But we also want that. When those guys get there, we want to plop that bad boy in there. Oh, man. Okay. 2 away. It's real fast, too. Well, they're not even made yet. So be cool, JC. Be cool. Be cool. We'll beeline to urbanization. Nationalism, do we really need that? And then once our guys are made and on their way, we'll plop that bad boy in just as they're about to settle. I think that's a good plan. If you agree, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Don't give me a thumbs down, you bullies! What are all of these? Stop knocking on our door. I understand what's going on over at Eretrium right now. They've got a lot of people just... +200, +200. I'm not coming out there to fight because he'll just wreck all of my guys. We only dabble in religion. All right, speaking of our spy, they have done successful. You know what? Just renew your mission. Trier, you've got some people here. You need food, and you need lots of food. Let's try to avoid spreading the religions because we only dabble in religion. We're not huge on it. 4, +1 food. No, we want more food than that. We want to grow faster than that. So let's send them to Heidelberg. And say begin route, and let's see what it does for our food production. So in 21 turns, we'll get to our 6th guy. Except, you know what? We're going to do it again. Did we already send him to 1, so we can send him to some other one? Auchen will be 14 away, 242. Here's one that's 13 away at 242. Here's 10 away at 242, so why would I ever choose any of the other ones? To create roads, but we've already got most of our roads in place. I can get 2 food in 8 versus 2 food in 10, and I would get double. So, hey, you know what? Berlin, somehow, some way, having a route with you is going to help both of us out. This guy, Can he not make a farm right there? That's not our land. Oh, dude, did he buy that out from under me? You bum. You bum. Wait a minute. Is that not my land? This is my land here. And you know what? If you're going to do that, I'm very tempted to see how he is. I don't have my thing in place, but boom, son. I'm not letting you have it. That's what you get. That is what you get. All right, guy. Farmlands. You mine lands. You chill out, dude. You got one build. You're an emergency builder, so you just stand by and sleep. Standing by, the Great Builders Union, standing by. 5 builds. You're good to go there. You guys need to be ready. We're not going to be able to chop anything for this. Bummer. But we've got a guy that we're going to use to pump him up. Is the guy already gone? Did I already use the guy? Oh, I got this guy over here. Do I want to use it for the Big Ben, or do I want to use it for that? This guy can special ability do additional bonuses towards a Great Wonder. I think I ought to start moving him over there, man. You know? All right, we've reached our goal of getting the Rally Wonder. So that thing's going to be up and going. And now our other districts have something they can build. And we've got coal, but we don't have niter yet. I believe now is the time that I wanted to gun down towards niter so that we could get that thing going, so we can get our bombard. Banking, that'll give us, if we do that now, that'll give us something to do a lot more often. So let's get going now, because that'll give us stuff to do while this is happening, right? It's about budgeting your time and in the pre-planning stages for the late game. Who needs help? You guy, you know what? You've got a 1 build. Why don't you take a nap? Who else needs help? You need help? Take a nap. You guys have been building your butts off. You go over here and build a farm. Thank you very much, my friend. Oh, I think that was the last use of him. It was. Thank you. Retired to his farm. Do we have any builders on standby? We have a German builder right here with 1 build. Would you like to retire to a farm as well, my friend? Excellent. Filippo is in position to do the big build. We're going to put him to sleep for now. In a couple turns, it's going to be ready to go. Our food supplies in Trier are once again being accommodated by multiple trips to Dortmund, it looks like. That'll get us 2 and 10 versus 2 and 9. But I think that's a repeatable route that's worthwhile there. See, that'll get us to 6 soon. This is almost a 7. Things are going great. Production in Cologne. We've got a factory that can keep us busy. Thank you very much. We've got, what have we got here? In Trier, we're standing by. We're waiting for development so we can build our harbor, but we got a factory that can keep us busy. Thank you very much. Let's see what's so great about this person. Great Admiral Francis Drake. Combat strength and movement at sea. And I gained 75 gold. Military units get 50% from plundering. Okay, hey man. Welcome. Welcome to the planning for the early late game, Admiral. You are now in position to stand by and escort our people around so that they can get there faster if they need to, and they will need to. So what's his radius for his thing? I want him... These settlers are going to come over here. This guy might be faster to go that way, or maybe not. No, wait. That one's going left and one's coming right. So who's going left? Do we have the roads in place that we wanted from Mainz all the way over? We'll send this guy left. We'll send this guy right. So we'll be ready for that. And in the next turn, or 2 turns, we're going to get banking. And then we're going to start settling forward into the other continent as we enter into the very early late game. And if you want to see it, be sure to subscribe, for it's coming real soon. I'm out of time. If you want to see how we got to this point, check out the playlist on the bottom left for more. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again real soon.